So this is not a crime without victims. That's why it's so important that we not allow these things, that we reject the idea that this is now the way these things are done and just sit back and let it all happen. And this is also why we have to fight back against this ludicrous notion that this is the only way these things are going to be done. So if you want a hospital, it's got to be a P3 because that's the only way these things can be done. In fact, these things can be done through conventional financing. They can be done in a way that costs dramatically less than the way these things are being done. And interestingly enough, they can also be done in ways that achieve for a public project proponent many of the same advantages that the P3 proponents claim for their own projects. I mean, one of the things that P3 proponents talk about incessantly is cost overruns. They'll say, well, you know, if we do it in a P3, we don't have to worry about these ludicrous cost overruns that we got into. And there's all kinds of stories they'll tell about hospital projects here, there, and everywhere, road projects that had cost overruns. Well, the reality is that that public project proponents can get cost overrun protection built into these projects in the first place. And if you want a fixed price project for a hospital in which the project builder bears the risk of cost overruns in the development of the project, you just build it into the contract. It's called a fixed price contract, and these things are done all the time. So in case after case after case, many of the very things that P3 proponents claim are fundamental advantages for P3 projects in terms of reducing the risk of overruns and other claimed financial advantages, in fact can be built into the way that current public projects are developed if the public project proponent considers it to be worthwhile to pay the extra costs for the insurance against the overruns. That's really what it boils down to. It really boils down to insurance.